Tom Clancy's The Division is less than 2 months away, and there's been a deluge of information in the past few days. Everything from the map size, factions, and even some of the weapons have been revealed. There's still a number of secrets behind the MMO, but here's roughly everything you need to know about The Division. When players begin the game, they'll have to establish a home base. This will be the location from which they undertake missions, ranging from searching for a cure to the virus to restoring law and order in the city. You'll need to first rescue the scientists who can help in finding a cure, and discover your base, which leads to navigating the perilous roads of Midtown Manhattan, fighting up rioters and chatting up NPCs. The city itself is affected by dynamic weather and time of day. You can set these prior to missions, but they could change midway, leading to your vision and that of your enemies being obscured during snowy conditions. The Division is full of hostile foes with random looters and the like, but your most dangerous adversaries will be the Rikers and the Cleaners. The former is about looting and common thuggery, but the latter is significantly better armed, carrying flamethrowers and embarking on a crusade to burn everything and everyone to purify New York City. Though the base map consists of Midtown Manhattan alone, pretty much removing the Bronx that we saw in earlier game footage, Ubisoft has promised a one-to-one recreation of the city and plenty of missions for players to embark on. You could go scavenging for supplies, which are necessary for your continued survival, gather clues on the outbreak, procure supply drops, which can trigger wave-based horde-style missions against enemies, or just build your base up further. Other player bases can be visited, triggering instances to meet other players. It hasn't been confirmed yet if you'll meet other players outside of the Dark Zone or simply encounter them in their bases. Though there are plenty of side missions to pursue in the Division, there will be a story to explore in the main missions. Ubisoft has remained steadfast in allowing players to craft their own narrative, which seems to indicate a number of story clues and lore to be discovered in the open world. If you're the more violent kind of player, then the Division will feature a variety of different weapons like assault rifles, SMGs, pistols, sniper rifles, and more. Each weapon has a rarity, with legendary weapons being the top tier and having special perks like increased critical damage. Each weapon also has a number of mod slots, and mods themselves have their own rarity levels. You can install mods to increase damage, reload speed, ammo capacity, and much more, which has yet to be revealed. Players will have abilities to rely on, like the stationary turret and seeker grenades seen in trailers. These can be leveled up as the player levels. Then there are talents which grant passive bonuses that can be activated automatically in most situations. Examples include Precision, which increases headshot damage by 25% if you headshot an enemy at full health. Perks are less combat intensive, and affect statistics like increased item capacity and more crafting materials. The level cap is 30, and players will have some kind of limit on the number of skills they can use at a given time. However, you're free to respec and customize your agent as you see fit. You can switch from tanking to healing even in the midst of combat if necessary. Which brings us to the Dark Zone. This PvP zone is a little different from what other games offer. It has the best loot, but the toughest enemies as well. An added twist is other players in the Dark Zone who you can cooperate with or steal loot from. Some loot will be private, thus allowing you to reclaim it if you respawn and head to your corpse. Other loot is public, which means it can be stolen and stolen back. Another twist is that agents of your own squad can betray you and take your loot. This will put them on notice for every player in the Dark Zone, however, and there are benefits to taking down rogue agents. It's important to note a couple of other things about the Division. There will be other challenging endgame content outside of the Dark Zone, and Ubisoft has even teased the existence of raids without using the exact same word. Raids could very well be added post-launch. The developer has confirmed the lack of player trading at launch, however, with some features taking higher priority. It's possible that this is included after the game's release, so keep the hope alive. For graphics hounds, the PC version is already looking better than the console versions, with the ability to unlock frame rate, adjust spot shadow resolution, support for temporal AA and post-FX AA, ambient occlusion, parallax mapping, wind-affected snow, and much more. Oh, and in regards to character creation, yes, there will be beards. Nothing on the level of Gandalf, though. There will also be emotes which include doing jumping jacks. Forever, if you so desire. The closed beta for The Division will go live on January 28th for Xbox One and January 29th for PC and PS4. It will end on January 31st. The full game releases on March 8th for current-gen platforms. Will you be picking it up? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time.